Welcome to another episode of Covered, where we shelter you with roofing knowledge. I got a special guest, Shannon Leiss, owner of 5 Star Roofing. Delighted to have you on. And so what we're going to kind of talk about today is just overall the company, the culture, the core values, and that kind of thing. So I guess we'll just start off by asking, what was the reason for starting 5 Star Roofing? Because we worked for another company before. Mm-hmm. Yep. So why did we decide to start our own?
Well, I was in banking for 18 years when I was introduced to construction, specifically the roofing industry, in 2018 by you.
Okay.
And I was able to use my talents to grow people, create systems and processes, contribute to homeowners with the finished product of their roof. And I just loved what I did. Yep. But my values and goals didn't align with the leadership there. And I thought we could make a bigger impact on the community, creating jobs, and do better with our own business and also create a legacy for our children.
Yeah. Awesome. Love it. So what would you say differentiates 5 Star from other roofing contractors?
I think it's our people and trustworthiness.
Okay.
Obviously, there's a stigma that homeowners don't trust contractors, and for good reason. There are a lot of contractors that aren't financially responsible. They cut corners. They aren't responsive when a homeowner has a problem. They just leave them hanging, and we're not that kind of company.
Yeah.
We do everything we can to become trustworthy in a consumer's eyes, not just with the common things like having insurance, having a license, having a good BBB rating, but by going the extra mile when there is an issue to resolve it and see it through to the end, by being part of the community and giving back, by supporting youth sports, Habitat for Humanity, and the current promotion we're doing for Roofs of Honor, for a veteran in our community that people can nominate now. Yeah. And we'll choose someone based on their need and their experience.
Awesome.
Yeah. And that'll be awarded on July 3rd, just before Independence Day.
Okay.
And our people, anybody can go to our website and read our reviews and see that our clients definitely feel like our people care about a positive outcome on every project we do. So that's really important.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed about the reviews that a lot of customers are leaving for us is so many of them kind of write their whole entire experience. Yeah. It's not like just great job, or thank you, love my roof, It's like they actually go into naming different people that had an impact. Randy's mentioned a lot, our project manager, Hunter recently, newest addition to the team. He's getting a lot of good reviews as well, so it's awesome to see that. And of course, we've got a lot of really awesome Better Business Bureau reviews, as well. So why do you think I don't want to sound like in a boastful way, but I don't know any other way to say it than like, how do we attract such good quality talent? Because that is a struggle for a lot of companies to find really good people that have, the type of values that we look for and that kind of thing, and leading with just doing the right thing, right? So how do you think we're able to attract people like that?
Well, a couple of different ways. I know that when people are looking for a job, they're looking for a company that has some brand recognition. And then they also look at reviews just like homeowners do. Yeah. But a lot of the people that come to work for us are referred by someone who knows someone, and there's word of mouth, and that's the biggest form of a compliment right there. Yeah, of course. But when we interview and when we consider someone to work with us, we choose someone that shares our core values. Somebody that doesn't just want a job but wants to succeed and be able to grow wherever they land. Yeah. We definitely look for people that care about other people. Sure. And aren't just in it for themselves. And we go through a pretty significant interview process. It's a phone interview, then the Zoom where we can see them and check body language and things like that. And then we have
assessments as
correct.
well.
We do assessments, and then we have multiple people, like then we have 2 people come in and talk to them. We try to get to know them.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to get to know someone with just a few conversations, but we try to ask them a lot of personal questions, not just questions about their resume.
Right,
and that helps us find good people.
Yep.
And, you know, we don't want to always hit the mark, but those people don't last long, but we try really hard to bring in people that feel the same way we do about helping customers.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Yeah, what I noticed is also we, like the people that we have hired that aren't with us anymore, they kind of tend to weed themselves out because, you know, if you just don't fit like the culture, not that we have a cult, you know, but there is a vibe, you know, a feel, you know, and you either kind of like fit in or not, you know, and, you know, we definitely do believe in doing things the right way, and not cutting corners and that thing. So that's a good segue into the core values then. So talk to me about like, how did we come up, you know, about doing, you know, even coming up with core values, and what are they, and you know, what do they mean?
Well, core values for an individual or a business kind of describe who you are and what you're about. And I think it's really important for us to be able to identify what qualities are a priority for us. Yeah. So we definitely established some and felt like it was really important. That way, unlike what happened with us in a previous position, we're hiring people and working with people where our values and our goals do align. And you can go further together.
Sure.
Our core values are, first of all, be generous.
Yep.
And we demonstrate that by doing the Roofs of Honor, doing the Habitat for Humanity. We're not just generous with some of the profits from the company, but we also give our personal time. Like I personally volunteer regularly with the Pregnancy Network in Greensboro. Several people on our team volunteered this week, last week, right down the road, building shelves for
the family room.
Correct, the family room who helps parents who are adopting and may not have beds and things like that. A lot of our people give their time and money and talent. Sure. So that's
and the Baptist home,
children's home.
Yep.
We have a lot of different things we've done throughout the years where we're just looking for opportunities and needs and filling in where we can. I personally think that's really important for any business in the community to like play a role in making it better, not just serving yourselves, but serving others.
And I remember last Christmas time, we did the Salvation Army where we rang the bell, you know, in front of the store. Yeah, so that was a fun experience. You know, we took a speaker out there and played some Christmas, you know, songs and got to talk to people and that kind of thing. So that was fun. Yeah,
anybody listening to this podcast should give to Salvation Army, even if it's a quarter, because those people ringing that bell are doing a hard job.
I know.
And they're waiting so long for somebody to give. So.
You know, I was really surprised. There's a lot of people that stopped by and, you know, put some money in there. So that was awesome.
It can be fun. That can be a fun thing.
Yeah, so. Exactly.
Some of the other values, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So what are the actual core values?
So handle transactions with integrity. Do what you say. That's really important. That's why we choose to put all of our contracts with our homeowners in writing, because from the beginning of the project to the end, there are multiple conversations, and a homeowner might say, I want this color, or I want this job done, and then they may change their mind and say, no, let's don't do that, let's do this. So it can get a little confusing sometimes, or we might forget what someone said. So it's very important. We use a contract and we make sure we write down everything very clearly, so we're both in agreement of what work will be done, what we'll be charging. That way there's no lack of clarity or confusion. And then we do what we say. When we get that, we do exactly what we're going to do. We ask for changes in writing. We handle things. We say, if you have a problem, call us. When they call, we answer. We do our best to go back out immediately, but as soon as the schedule allows. So we do what we say. That's important to, again, go back to building that trust in us as a contractor. Some of the other things are no shortcuts. We're not perfect. You know, I don't think any contractor or construction person is, but
they say they are. They're definitely not telling the truth.
That's right. You should run. So, but if we come across a situation where someone has kind of rushed through something or didn't do anything exactly the way it's supposed to be done, we address it right away. We talk through it and everything. We make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
You know, we don't just brush over it and say, okay, it's fine this time.
That's right.
You know, we go back and do it right.
Yep.
So that's another thing. We like others before self. And your favorite one is grind hard, but enjoy the process.
Gotta have fun.
Yeah. Roofing's hard.
It
the
is.
Guys that get on the roof in 90-degree weather or in freezing cold weather and they risk their life. Even for the sales reps that are out in the field talking with homeowners, they have to be patient. They have to be organized. They have to remember their follow-ups. And it can be, you're juggling multiple people at one time. So it can be kind of hectic. Internally, you know, especially for the production team out there, making sure that everybody's safe, that materials are correct. There's just a lot of little things behind the scenes that people don't always realize. I always use the reference, a fairy doesn't come in the middle of the night and throw the new roof on. It's a lot of hard work.
That's true.
But
that'd be nice.
What we do here is we celebrate the successes. You know, we recognize people when they're working hard and doing a good job. We have Christmas parties and, you know, celebrate each individual person for their birthday and recognize them and just try to make them feel happy where they work. And provide an environment where people can come to you if there's a problem and speak openly and know that it'll be addressed in the best way. So this would be appropriate time for a little plug on if you're listening to this or watching this and you are looking for, you know, interested like in specifically a sales position, you know, if you feel like you've got what it takes and you want to align with, you know, an honest, you know, company that has a lot of integrity, then give us a shout. Yeah, we're always looking for good talent. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, any other core values? I think I got them all.
You got them all?
I think so.
Okay, good deal. Well, so just kind of last question here. What makes you happy about operating 5-Star Roofing?
Seeing the impact that it has on others. When I worked before in a traditional 9-to-5 job and I just showed up on behalf of someone else, I felt like I was just, you know,
kind of punching the clock.
Typing on the typewriter or filing something or whatever my job was. I mean, I won't say my previous positions had no impact at all. But in this way, we've been able to see people come into our organization. We invest in them as employees. Like we do a lot of things that can help with their self-growth, all the way from personal finance to teaching them skills that could help them in their career growth and things like that. And I love to see people come in that haven't been able to, don't have necessarily a huge education or a background where they could earn a lot. I like to see them come in and start growing and learning something new and being able to use it to impact their families and grow them as individuals. And I love to see the impact that we have on homeowners. You know, when we get these reviews and we provide good service and we don't take shortcuts and we do all these things we say we're going to do, and we try to give them the best experience possible, because it's a big undertaking for a homeowner to have to get their roof replaced. They're like, I have to deal with this, I have to deal with that, I have dogs, I have small children, you know, those things. So when we help make all that a simple process and easier on them to facilitate that, and they're extremely happy in the end, and that's pretty rewarding. I love to read the reviews. We have several testimonials from our employees and our clients on our website that people can go out and look at, and that just gives me joy, makes me feel like I'm doing something that makes a difference to other people. So
you know, happy. Whenever I go through an interview with someone and, you know, we bring them on board, you know, I always make sure I tell them, like, they're not going to get an employee ID number, you know, there's not just a number, you know, that they matter. And it's like, we didn't just hire you as an individual, we brought your family on as well, you know, so it's important for us to make sure that they're, you know, successful. And that's why we have, you know, the training programs that we have and that kind of thing. So, because we definitely do pour in a lot to our people, and kind of makes me think about Tessa when, you know, she moved on to, you know, something different, but, you know, from when she first started and the growth that she had. And do you remember what she told you when she left?
She said, I've worked a lot of places that say it's like a family around here, but this is the first place I worked that really was. And that she had like personal impact. I think she specifically said, and Shannon, you made a big difference in my life, you know, not just on a professional level, but on a personal level, you know, because, you know, we do spend a lot of time together, you know, here. Absolutely.
And so we do get to know one each other, you know, get to know each other very well.
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, might as well get along, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So good deal. Well, anything else you want to add before we conclude?
Not right off the top of my head.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully this was helpful. And this wraps up our this current episode of Covered. So thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you.
All right. Appreciate it.